Hi everyone, this is Gabriel Perez, a second year dental student at Tufts Dental, and I am the former face of HDA. We wanted to highlight our HDA members who are really making a difference in our community. Today we have the pleasure of interviewing Julie Bencosme, who is a full-time dental hygiene faculty at the Eugenio Maria de Hostos Community College in the Bronx, New York. Julie, it's a pleasure to have you. Would you like to introduce yourself?
First and foremost, I want to thank the Hispanic Dental Association for the honor of being the faces of the HDA. I am, as Gabriel said, a full-time faculty member at Hostos Community College. I am also the president of the New York chapter of the Hispanic Dental Association. I have been practicing dental hygiene since 1983. I have worked at 2 inner city hospitals practicing dental hygiene. I have also practiced in a pediatric dental office, a periodontal office, and general dentistry.
Wow, that's very impressive, Julie. Thank you for sharing all that. As a student, I know the importance of a great professor, so thank you for all your hard work. So next, I would like to know what inspired you to choose a career in the dental field.
Well, that's a really great question. So I was, I believe, a junior in high school, and I had gone to the dentist one day, someone in my neighborhood, and this person, his name was Dr. Kirkland A. Branch, was just such a great individual. And I felt so bad for him because he was working there by himself. And I was really looking for a part-time job after school. So I went back and I asked him if he would give me a part-time job. And he said yes. And after I was there, maybe 6 months working there after school and Saturdays, I really became very interested in the profession of dentistry. And he said, would you like to become a dentist? And that didn't really appeal to me, but the whole field did. And he said, there is something called dental hygiene, and it's a 2-year degree. And that was it. He sold me with that right there. And the rest is history.
Wow, and a great history.
Yeah, thank you.
Julie, I would love to know what your heritage is.
Okay, so I was born in the Dominican Republic, and my father came to the United States before I was born. And the reason why he came very quickly was because we had a dictator for many years in the Dominican Republic called Rafael Leonidas Trujillo. And as soon as Trujillo was murdered, my father saw it as an opportunity to come to the United States to bring his family forward. So my father came here very early on in the early 60s, and my mother and I, we followed. And one of the best things that I could say about my heritage, it's not only about Dominican, but my father is a focal point in my life. People are like, oh my God, but what about your mother? My mother is great, my mother's fabulous, but my father really taught us a lot of values. He taught us our language. He said that once you lost your language, you lost your custom, you lost your identity. So people sometimes are like baffled as to why I speak Spanish well, but this was something that my father really made an emphasis on, and it wasn't only to speak it, we had to learn how to read it and how to write it. And he taught us a lot. I have a younger sister, so that's why I say us. He taught us a lot of really good values, work ethics, and how to really be just a good person in society. My father's also co-founder of the Dominican Day Parade in New York City. The parade was founded in 1982. My father also has his archives at the CUNY Dominican Studies Institute at City College in New York. And that's something my sister and I take great pride in, of his leadership and his, you could see, I think leadership rubbed off on me because I really believe in that. We're, as Hispanics, we're such a major driving force in the United States. And I really believe that we have, that together we really, really make a significant impact in this country and worldwide.
Yes, I definitely agree, and I relate to your story completely. Thank you for sharing. I also want to know, what does it mean to you to be part of HDA as a dental hygienist?
Oh, me being a dental hygienist here in the HDA is very significant for me because, as you know, dental hygiene was created for prevention. And as my role, not only as an educator, but I've also done research on the oral health of Hispanics. I wrote an article in Access Magazine, which is a magazine of the American Dental Hygienist Association. The article was written many years ago, and it was about the oral health of Hispanics. And I really looked and I researched as to why Hispanics have the behaviors that they have on oral health. And one of the issues that came about when I was doing that research was that Hispanics really don't understand the preventive nature of dentistry. They don't understand who a dental hygienist is. They are in this belief that that you only go to the dentist when you're in pain and that you have to have extractions. And once a Hispanic really learns what a dental hygienist does and what a dental hygienist can do, not only for them, but for the profession, their whole attitude on oral health changes immensely. And so for me, it's very important to be able to treat my community, and not only clinically, but also from an educational standpoint.
Yes, I agree with you. It's extremely important. I was speaking with Dr. Cordero recently about how important dental hygienists are in the field, and especially now with the COVID and the pandemic, you have proven to be essential workers and frontline workers. So
Yeah,
your work is extremely appreciated.
very true.
Julie, what is the most rewarding thing about your work?
One of the most rewarding thing about being a dental hygiene faculty is seeing my students succeed. Okay, that is really, really rewarding to see them, how they come as complete novice into the field and they leave as a full-fledged professional. Very,
Wow.
very rewarding.
Yeah, thank you. As a student, I can't emphasize enough how much professors that are so passionate, how much of a role, how big of a role they have played during my education. So do you have any messages for future generations of students that are planning to go into the dental field?
Yes, my message is that even though we are still in a pandemic, don't give up and move forward. You have to look at that North Star. Never let anything get in your way and always keep on learning. Don't ever stay stagnant and say, well, I got my degree, this is it. Always keep evolving and move forward.
Julie, what does being an HDA member mean to you? What type of impact has this association in your life?
Being an HDA member is a source of pride for me, to be able to really represent not only the profession of dental hygiene, dentistry, or dental assisting, but to be a voice for Hispanics and the needs and the oral health needs of Hispanics in general.
Well, we wanted to thank you, Julie, for taking the time to meet with us and to do this interview. We are very inspired by your work and by everything you have done.
Thank you very much, Gabriel, and thank you, HDA, for this interview. It's an honor to be part of this association.
Not a member of HDA and you would like to know more about our association, make sure to check out our website, our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter accounts. Again, thank you for watching this video and see you next time.